They said one night in Lagos, a Keke drove itself through Ojuelegba. No driver, no passengers. Yet people heard laughter echoing from inside. The next morning, every shop along that street had its mirrors cracked and cold ash on their doorsteps. Since then, elders warn, if a Keke stops for you after midnight, don't ask where it's going, ask who's driving it. Because sometimes, the road home is not for the living. The night was heavy with silence when David stepped out of his office. He'd stayed too long, trying to meet a deadline, and the city was asleep. The streetlights flickered, their glow fighting the thick Lagos fog. He sighed, tired, and checked his phone. Past midnight, no taxis in sight, no buses, just the sound of wind brushing against empty stalls. Then he saw it, a Keke napep rolling slowly down the road. No other vehicle around. Its headlights were dim, almost candle-like, but the yellow paint glowed faintly under the moonlight. Desperate, David waved it down. The Keke stopped, smooth and quiet. The driver smiled. Wide, too wide. Enter, my brother. I know your route. As they started moving, David relaxed a little. The engine purred softly, unusually smooth for a Lagos Keke. The driver began to talk. His voice was calm but distant, like an echo inside a tunnel. You work here, Itabi. People like you, they forget time easily. Oh. David chuckled, grateful for conversation, but the driver didn't laugh back. After a moment, he asked, you believe say life fit end, but person still dey waka. David frowned. You mean ghosts? The driver smiled again, his eyes on the dark road. Ghosts? No, just those who never really leave. A chill crept up David's spine. He glanced at the dashboard and froze. A small photograph was tucked there. It was the driver, same face, but under it was an obituary. Died November 1st, 2022. The road ahead twisted in ways David didn't recognize. He'd lived in Lagos all his life, yet these streets were unfamiliar. Too clean, too quiet. No traffic, no street sellers, no barking dogs. The Keke's tires made no sound on the asphalt. When he checked his phone, the clock was frozen at 12:47 a.m. The driver hummed softly, an old tune that David faintly remembered. It was from his grandmother's village, a song they sang during burials. Ah, my brother, you don't fear death? His eyes caught David's in the rearview mirror, cold and empty. Me, I don't fear it. After all, I've been dead 3 years now. The words hit him like thunder. He blinked, unsure he heard right. Sorry, what did you say? The driver smiled, showing pale gums. You didn't hear? It's fine. Most passengers pretend not to. The wind grew colder. The smell of candle wax and dust filled the Keke. The driver continued, his tone calm. That night, it was raining. I was rushing a passenger home. A trailer lost control. Bam! That was the end. But some journeys never end. My brother, some rides keep moving. His laughter echoed, distant and hollow. David's throat went dry. The driver's hands on the handlebars were bone pale, veins dark as smoke. David looked outside. Same corner, same billboard, same abandoned kiosk. They were going in circles. Oga, please stop here, he shouted, but the driver didn't even blink. Ah, you want to get off before your stop? He asked softly. We're almost home? The Keke began to speed up, gliding faster than any human vehicle should. The air shimmered. Shadows danced by the roadside. People waving, but their faces were blurred. Their lips moved in whispers that David couldn't understand. His heart thumped wildly. He looked ahead. The road had vanished into fog. The fog grew thicker until everything turned white. When it cleared, the world had changed. The road was glowing faintly blue, lined with shadowy trees that reached toward the sky like hands. Lanterns hung from invisible strings, flickering with ghostly light. David gasped. Where are we? He whispered. The driver looked back and smiled. We're close to where I rest. Don't worry, you like it there. It's quiet. No noise. No pain. David's body shook with fear. I'm not dead, he shouted. The driver's face softened. Not yet, but the living don't belong here. The road ahead split into two. One glowing white, one pitch black. The Keke veered toward the dark one. David remembered something his grandmother always said. When a spirit invites you, reject it 3 times, or it will take you. Summoning courage, he shouted, No, I will not follow you. Leave me alone. The Keke trembled violently. He repeated it again louder. "No, I refuse." The driver's laughter cracked into a scream. The air shook, the world flickered, and the keke burst into flame. Blue, silent fire. David jumped out, rolling across the glowing road. When he looked up, the keke was gone, and only the driver's voice echoed in the wind. "The living always run, but we always wait." David stood alone in the mist. Behind him, faint lights shimmered, souls moving in silence. Ahead, a faint red glow pulsed like sunrise. He began to run. The ground felt heavy, like walking through water. Every step echoed with whispers calling his name. The red light grew brighter. He could see shapes in it, his streets, his home, his gate. But the sound of the keke returned, louder, angrier. "You can't go back," the driver's voice roared. The mist parted, revealing the burning keke racing toward him. David ran faster than he ever had, heart pounding, breath sharp, his soul begging for dawn. Just as the sun's first light broke through the fog, David leapt through the red glow. The world flipped. He landed hard on hot Lagos asphalt, the sound of early morning traffic in his ears. When he turned, the keke was gone. Only tire marks remained, burning faintly like fire before fading to ash. He stood, trembling. His phone buzzed once. One unread message from an unknown number. "Thank you for remembering me." The time showed 5:59 a.m. The dawn had saved him, but deep down, he knew the road he had traveled wasn't done with him yet. Days passed, but David couldn't forget that face. He visited a nearby church, told the priest everything. The priest nodded slowly and said, "You rode with the restless. You must pray for him. Only respect frees the dead." So David found the driver's old accident spot, placed flowers, and whispered a prayer. That night, for the first time in weeks, he slept peacefully. But sometimes, when he walks home late, he still hears the faint hum of a keke engine following him. And every time, he remembers the lesson that changed his life. The dead deserve peace, and peace begins with respect. If you enjoyed this chilling Nigerian folktale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Drop a comment if you've ever heard strange stories about late night keke. And remember, don't ride after midnight, ever.